to be SallyAnn Gray.
Yes.
Such a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Thank you, the pleasure is mine.
Okay, so Miss Gray, you hold a master's degree in educational leadership.
I do.
And you have taught for over 15 years in Jamaica, New York, North and South Carolina.
Yes.
And you are regarded as an international educator.
Yes.
You're doing some fantastic things.
To God be the glory.
So how this woman who her mother wanted to give her away, well actually gave her away
Yes.
from at 3 months old,
Yes.
has moved from that experience to all of these fantastic things that you're doing?
As I started to grow in consciousness around the age of 11, and my parents, the man and woman who raised me, they started to tell me about how I became their child. It really started to mess with my self-esteem, because as I was told the story, my mother was walking along Lyndhurst Road, headed to RGR. She wanted to make an announcement because she had this baby that she wanted to give away, because she felt as though she was unable to care for the baby. And at the same moment as she was walking down the road, my father, the man who raised me, stopped. The rain was drizzling, and he asked her, "Ma'am, do you need a ride?" She came in the car. She started to explain her plight, and as she explained her plight to him, he said, "You know, my wife and I are unable to have children, and you don't have to do this. You don't have to give away the baby. We'll take her, we'll raise her." And she made the decision at that moment to hand me over to my father. Thank God that he was behind it all, because they raised me, and I am so very appreciative of it. My parents treated me very well, and it was only when I started to grow in consciousness, right around when we did common entrance,
Right.
and I recognized that my last name was different from theirs, and I started asking some questions, and that's how everything came out.
And they actually told you the
They
truth.
told me the truth.
How did you respond? What? Explain to me. They took you in the bedroom? Was it in the kitchen?
Confusion. To be honest with you, I don't remember where in the house we were.
Yes.
I just remember how I felt when I found out. And it led to me feeling really rejected. Even though my parents were so good to me, I still had feelings of low self-worth. I didn't feel like I valued anything, because fast forward to age 11 and 12 and 13, where I started to uncover these things about my past, I started to question, how could a mother just give away her child like that?
Right.
So I started to rebel, and I was considered a wayward teen. I was asked to leave high school in lower 6.
And which high school?
I attended St. Andrew High School for girls, and I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I was just a little bit too hyperactive for that environment, and I was not conforming to the school rules, so I was told that I had to leave. But the funny thing is, the same high school that asked me to leave would 5 years later employ me as a teacher. That was my first place of employment when I completed Teachers College.
Fantastic.
So I thank God.
And there are a lot of persons, and in particular, there may be persons listening right now who struggle with feelings of rejection and abandonment.
Yes.
And this is something that you understand very well.
Yes.
How were you able to overcome those deep? Because I mean, you can move on and do
Yes.
great things. You can write a book.
Yes.
You can go and do your masters,
Yes.
whatever it is. But those seeds can still be there.
I tell you what, my message to young people today is life is not about where you start, but the choice you make in how you finish. And what happened for me was I was able, with a lot of prayer, my parents were praying parents, and I did a lot of counseling, and I was able to study myself long enough in my adult years to get a diploma, get a bachelor's, get a master's degree. But you know what, after I did all of that, and society tells us to go to school and get a good education, to get married, to have children, to buy a house, to start to accrue wealth, because these are the things that will make you happy. The only thing is, I had done all of those things, and then I found myself sitting in my living room feeling very unfulfilled on the inside. And what I found is that a lot of young people our age, we have the outer makings of success, but very little inner fulfillment. And what I had to do at that juncture, for me, I embarked on a spiritual journey with God in conjunction with my husband. We started to attend a church in South Carolina, the Emmanuel Baptist Church in Somerville, South Carolina, and it changed my life.